So certainly what we've seen in the UK and many different parts of the globe is that there is a strong link between school openings, school closures, and community transmission. There's also strong evidence that there's not only transmission that happens within school environments, but children also transmit to household members. So there are several large studies now within the US, within the UK and Denmark that show parents of children are at higher risk than non-parents, suggesting that children bring transmission back into households, and the level of risk among parents depends on the number of children within the household. And this risk is not just for secondary school children, but it exists even for parents of primary school children. A lot of people who speak about the well-being of children and the need for schools to be open to prevent mental health harms haven't focused on the need for protections in schools to actually prevent school closures. We don't just need to open schools, we need to ensure that they're able to remain open, and the only way for them to remain open is to contain transmission in the school environment, because if that isn't contained, then it inevitably spills over into the community, leading to surges in transmission, like we've seen, for example, in the UK, which leads to lockdowns and school closures. And also children have education disrupted even when they are in school, because there's a lot of absenteeism. As children get ill and their contacts need to isolate, or staff members need to isolate. And again, the way to prevent that is to keep the risk of transmission in schools very low. So if I have to predict what the future will be like, I would say that it depends completely on political will of governments. If governments focus on a strategy of living with the virus or naturally acquired herd immunity, where we are happy to expose a large part of our population to the virus, and people go on to develop long COVID, and sadly some people die, then I don't think the outlook is very good, and I think it's very likely that we will have to continue living with this virus for several years, and there is a lot of uncertainty as to what virus adaptation will bring.